I am on Two Tree Island, which is between Leigh-on-Sea and Canvey or Benfleet. Nearer to Leigh, I've just left the noise and the crowds of Leigh-on-Sea, which you can see ahead of you, and I've walked into this relative oasis. Two Tree Island is a nature reserve right on the Thames estuary. Many type of birds from all over the world come here and migrate or immigrate depending on the season. Canoeing is quite popular along here because the waters are relatively still, although tidal. Walked from Westcliff. It's about an hour and a quarter, hour and 20 minutes. Just resting the legs for a few minutes. Don't want to get too comfortable. My final destination will be Hadley Castle. Oh, excuse while this old man gets up. Oh, okay. Let's continue along this path. It's amazing, there's not a soul around. If I walk 1 mile in that direction, I don't know whether you can hear it, you can hear the boom 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 of music coming out of some restaurant or pub. We get enough of that in everyday life. I'm absolutely convinced that the closer we get to nature, and the more, even temporarily, pull away from the everyday chasing of materialism and materialistic worries, we actually walk into prayer. We're more attuned to listening to the Holy Spirit. And I don't think in this experience, whether you're a Christian, atheist, Jewish, Muslim or whatever, God listens to all these creatures that are created in His image. Human beings, me and you, mind if we partake in this special time? Make time. Even walking around your own neighbourhood at quiet times, if that's all you can do, will make you more attuned to listening to the divine voice. I feel so blessed to be able to come out and walk a short while and experience this. Let's carry on walking. It's a lovely, simple bench on the trail, and God always provides. So I'm a bit thirsty, I need to drink a bit of water. And this bench, it says, in the memory of Molly Drake, MBE. Molly Drake, MBE. Eternal rest, Molly. I must look her up when I get home on Google, see something about her life. Thank you, Molly. I'm going to have a sit down. Just met a lovely elderly couple come with a camera to a bird watch, and they was telling me the geese. A colleague of them was here actually last night and observed the geese flying in for the, from abroad for the winter. There's a warning here that adders live here in the wild. That you may be lucky enough to see one, but don't be scared. They're very shy. Just don't annoy them. They normally like to bask in the sunshine. It says they eat mice and voles and lizards, and that they can disconnect their jaws to swallow a mouse whole. They're a protected species. Well, we may see one as the sun is out. If we do, I shall see if I can catch it on film. I'm not really sure where this is leading to, and that's the great thing, is not to plan too much. Just don't bring any expectations. Just go with the flow. It's so liberating. Yeah, we're coming up onto a road now. So the arrow there tells me that, well, I've been walking part of the England coast path. Let's go down here without breaking my neck. So as my destination is Adderley, which is just barely inland a bit, I'm going to make my way along this path inland a bit. Hopefully he'll put me on the right track, we'll see. I mean, I know it's great if you can come fairly near with a car and park, but I think you grab a greater appreciation if you walk. Or maybe cycle. It's great for the kids. Get them out of the city. Blackberries are still in season. Well, actually, coming to the very end, actually. A lot of them have gone, but there's still a few. Managing to pick a few sweet ones on the way. Quite delicious. Gives you a bit of energy. Again, God provides. We're just coming out of the nature reserve now. There's a short bridge which straddles the estuary. Getting caught up in the fawns here. And on we go. We're in mid towards late September, and it's amazingly warm. It's a beautiful day. So happy I've taken advantage. However, having said that, as I, God willing, preparing to do the Camino Santiago next year, I'm going to be walking in all weathers. I shall go out whether it's rain, wind, snow, although we don't get much of that. I'm not so bothered about the snow. I don't be planning to walk in the winter in the Camino Francaise, which is the traditional one from the French border almost all the way through Spain to Santiago. And maybe I may, if I have time, do the last 50 or so miles to the coast, but we'll see. It's a long way away, day at a time, and I'm enjoying it. Here we can see Adderley Castle there in the distance. That's my destination. And because it's so quiet, believe it or not, I don't know whether you can hear it, I can still hear them boom, boom, boom sound from Leigh-on-Sea. I'm trying to block it out. I don't think we're in an age where many people cannot tolerate silence or peace. They just can't. They've got to have noise all the time on their phones with their headphones. Of course, it's a time, but surely it can't be good all the time. We need silence and reflection. So let's continue. Hope your legs are not aching too much. And you're enjoying the walk. There's a plane going into Southend Airport, I believe. Yes, that will be landing in. There's an EasyJet plane there. Wonder where that's come from. People finishing their holidays, back to the real world. I wonder if their holiday will transform them. I hope it does. We're getting further away from Southend, Westcliff and Leigh. Well, I must say, because the path doesn't really change that much and scenery is, well, beautiful, it's reasonably consistent, you can try and cast your mind on the destination and think, wow, you're not getting anywhere. But you see, that's the big mistake. You've got to just enjoy the moment. Let the destination take care of itself. Just enjoy the journey. Because you miss out so much if your mind is just either concentrating on the future or the past, which neither can you change, only the present. So it's a good lesson. There's just spotted looks like a lone goose, I think. See him there, chilling. I think he wants a bit of silence on his own as well. Been walking this for about 2 hours 20 minutes. Legs are aching slightly. Bottom of my feet are a little bit warm, but I won't say hot. I'm walking in hiking sandals, which are quite comfortable. Allow the feet to, at least the top of your feet and your toes to breathe. I don't know. I'm going to try and use these consistently for, I may even do some of the Camino next year, God willing, all of it with sandals, but we'll see. Should be approaching a place where you can cross the fields up to Adley Castle. Should be coming there soon. Got to look out for that. That's the C2C train going into London. I've just sort of cleared or level with Adley Castle, as you can see, so I think soon I should be seeing like a path. So it's not so much a path, but a trail going down the slope, which leads you across the fields. And the last time I've done this, it was in the winter, the fields were covered in mud. I went foot deep in mud. I'm hoping I've just got the sandals that it's a little bit drier, but come on, mate, eh? Let the path dictate. So I can just see ahead like a star. Just keep animals in and allow humans to pass. And I think that's it, which it leads down to the fields where I can cross. I'm not sure. Maybe not. No, I don't think, I can't see any way down. Yeah, I don't think that's it. A bit further. Here there's a notice saying bulls and cows with calves grazing. Red poll cattle are part of a herd and they're used by the Essex County Council for grazing. Basically, it helps keep the grass short but doesn't disturb the habitat. They've chosen the red poll, POLL cattle, because of their generally calm nature and their traditional East Anglian breed. It says, do not approach the cattle, do not attempt to feed, pet or touch the cattle. Keep your dogs under close control. And if your route is blocked by the cattle, please go round them or find an alternative route. Mountain bikers should exercise caution and be prepared for cattle on mountain bike trails. Sugar beet is something used as part of our animal management process, and I think they grow that along here. So that's it, if I come across some cows or bulls. Well, here's some sign. They've been the cattle have been very near, so the old telltale sign. Ah, here we are. I thought it was never going to come. This is the slope down to the fields. And I can definitely smell cow manure in the breeze. And funny enough, it's not an offensive smell. Some electrified fence here. I think that's to stop the cattle from wandering into this sort of marshy land and getting bogged down. So here we are about to cross the fields, which takes us to the railway track, and we cross the railway track, which takes us a path en route back to Hadley. It looks quite dry, not like last time that I came here. Yes, it's much better. Not a soul about. Just the birds twitching in the background, the noise of the C2C trains coming and going. Well, there's evidence of the cattle, plenty of that, but I can't see any cattle. So all these particular fields here just grow grass. No wheat or crops. It's just grass, wild grass for the cattle. And they contribute back to the soil. And so you have a wonderful ecosystem. So we're approaching the level crossing. It's mostly pedestrian, but there's a gate there for like farm tractors, etc. I see the old cowbells up there. The trains, I mean, this is a Saturday late afternoon, early evening, the trains are very frequent. At least seems like every 10 minutes. That's quite frequent for Saturday. So we open the gate. Make sure it's closed behind us. And then we look with care, although you would hear them, the trains, as you've probably heard yourself as one went past. Nope, nothing coming. So we can walk across. And here we are. So we'll cross this field and then up the hill to Adderley Castle, our destination. Now just there across the fields, let's see if we can zoom in a bit. If you notice, there's a sort of like a red brick arch. Well, there's a bit of history behind that. If you were to look in the fields, you'll see quite a bit of scraps of red brick, red clay. Well, the reason is that back in, I think it was the late Victorian period, the Salvation Army had like it was almost like a commune, I would suppose, but what they would do, they would get sort of maybe from London, yeah, well definitely from London, it was down and out poor, those maybe just come out of prison. And they would give them an opportunity to work making bricks. They would be fed, clothed and housed, and sort of a thriving community. And those bricks, it was so put that those bricks were sent back into London to build houses. And unfortunately, I can't remember when it came to an end, but it was all broken up. And so when you see all the red brick and the red clay in the field, even now, 100 years later, it's back to the Salvation Army brick factory. In fact, it's quite pronounced. Even there, there's a lot of broken brick and red clay, which shows something to the consistency of this land. Well, let's carry on and head up towards Adderley. When I go for long walks, I prefer to walk alone. And I will certainly be doing the Camino alone. Different from a walk to the park with the wife or the kids or something like that. But people can be a distraction from your thoughts, from you working through your thoughts, because you're concentrating on the other, how they're feeling, and they have a problem, and there's a time and a place for that. And I would suggest to all those people that are struggling, sort of mentally or spiritually, to get out on the open road and walk, just you and your thoughts. Or you, your thoughts, and God. Must have said, the legs now are pleasantly tired. And I feel good. Just come across a field of sunflowers. Well, maybe they're telling us that summer hasn't quite finished yet. Although, actually we are in this part of the world in autumn. But the temperature is lovely. It's a beautiful warm breeze. And for 5:15 in the evening and the latest September, it's beautiful. I think they're predicting thunderstorms tomorrow, but we shall see. For me, sadly, well, I must thank God for work. I shall be at work on the night shift tomorrow, but I may get in a bit of walking before I start. We shall see. We shall see. Let the path dictate.